we're mobile again. Today we're heading to Orroroo, South Australia. Last night we stayed at Olari at one of the roadside camps. It's a free camp, but if you use the facilities, they have a donation box there, so a donation camp we should call it. Great old pub, went in there for a drink, very nice. On the railway line and the highway, there is a little old railway station there, nothing too fancy, but it would do the job, I'm sure. Then we started heading towards Orroroo and got to Manor Hill, and they've got another great old pub and another campground, overnight campground, and a very flash railway station there, so that is another nice spot. And we just passed through Yunta. Yunta is a small town with 3 garages, so plenty of fuel there. And another great old pub. So onwards towards Orroroo, and we're going to have a look at some of the old ghost towns and ruins around Orroroo. We're staying in Orroroo for a few days because Orroroo is a nice little town and it's quite central to a lot of historic towns in this part of South Australia. So we're going to take a drive around and have a look. Our first stop is the Wallaway Rail Accident Site, a plaque and picture and information commemorating the train crash of 1901. Brakes failed, 2 trains crashed, and yeah, wasn't good. This is the town side of Eurelia. There's a town hall, a railway station, water tank, a few old ruins. So let's take a look around. So it looks like they had got their water to service the steam trains from this dam here, or tank, or well, whichever one you like to call it. Water was fed into the overhead water tank. Trains would have come past on the tracks, topped up their boilers, and off they'd go. And this is the Eurelia cemetery with graves dating from the 1870s. Well, that was the town of Eurelia. It looks like it would have been a significant town in its day. A railway station, there was a goods shed that trains could drive into to load and unload. There was the standard big water tank up on a stand. They even had a pit where they could park the train or carriages over the pit, get in and have a look underneath, and stockyards to load and unload stock. Quite a few ruins around, so I would say it was a reasonable sized town in its day. This is Yanyeri Wim, a stone or slate tank and watering trough used to water stock on the north-south stock route travelling from Burra to Blinman. And the town of Carrieton was named after a governor and was established in 1879. This is the old town side of Moochra. Not much here. There's one house, looks like it may be derelict but not sure. There's a few old ruins, there's not much here at all. There's a school site, and this school was operating right up until the 1960s. But now, not much. Hammond Cemetery. A lot of old graves and even some newer ones. This is the town of Hammond. Almost a ghost town, but there's a few people still living here, so it's, let's say, a living ghost town. Very interesting. This is the town of Bruce, and I would say this was the corner hotel a few years ago. We're in the old town of Bruce, and this is the railway line that runs from Peterborough to Corn and passes through Bruce. Now, just down the railway line down that way there, I can see what would have been the old Bruce railway station, but it looks like it may be a private residence now, so we can't get to that. But this bridge here is an old beauty, and it would have been built some time ago. The track is known as the Pitchy Ritchie Railway Line. They still run a train from Corn Down the track a little for tourists, a nice steam train. It's a great train ride to take, but I don't believe this section of the track here is used. Well, it certainly doesn't look like it's used, but the steam train ride out of Corn on the Pitchy Ritchie is great. This is the old town of Amyton, just down the road from Hammond. Not much here apart from a few plaques to honour the early settlers from 1875 to 1975 and remains of one small building. This is the small township of Pekina, about 13 k's southish from Orroroo, first settled in the 1870s. There's not a lot left here, but they're hanging on. Of course, the pub is still going. This is the very small and quaint town of Black Rock. We have a railway siding, a few houses, and the remains of what might be the old hotel, but I can't be certain, so we shall take a look around. So again, we have the Pitchy Ritchie Railway that ran from Peterborough to Corn. I can hear the train whistling now. So as we come into town, the train has a siding track. Several sidings, so they can pass trains, load, unload, whatever they might do. Well, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. So please like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, keep on watching because there's lots more good stuff to come.